Okay, today we're going to play a game called Fahrenheit: Indigo Prophecy, the remastered version on Steam. Formerly, this would have just been Fahrenheit or Indigo Prophecy, depending on if you were from NA or Europe. In Europe, we called it Fahrenheit. In NA, it was called Indigo Prophecy. Now it's both. So this is... If you are familiar with David Cage, this is the first game he made. If you are not familiar with David Cage by name, you'll know him by Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, or the upcoming Detroit Become Human. This is the first one. It's very David Cage. Like, it's very archetypical of Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. And similarly to those games, it starts off good and then gets really weird later on. I actually unironically like this game, but that might be because I played it when I was quite young originally. So yeah, you can tell how into it Mr. Cage was, because you'll notice instead of saying new game, it says new movie. So let's start the moving. No, we don't need the tutorial. It works just like Heavy Rain. It does the weird, like, slow interaction analog stuff business.
Things are never quite what they seem. We think we understand the world around us, but we really only see the outside, what it seems to be. I used to be just like you. I believed in humanity, the newspapers, soap commercials, politics, and history books. But one day, the world kicks you in the teeth, and you don't have any choice but to see things the way they really are. My name is Lucas Kane. My story is the one where an ordinary guy has something extraordinary happen to him. Maybe it was supposed to happen. Maybe it was my destiny or my karma or whatever. I know one thing for sure. Nothing's ever going to be the same again.
It's a bit preachy. Doesn't actually go off properly.
It all started right here. Where else could it happen? New York, capital of the universe. The chessboard destiny chose for the last big game. I was just another pawn living my pawn's life. Until that night, when my life descended into chaos.
It's been updated with HD graphics, by the way, but this is an exceptionally old game, so it doesn't really benefit from it that much. I remember this looked great at the time, and now I'm like, oh god. It's like looking at a dinosaur. Not to spoil the twist, but we're the murderer.
What have I done?
Crow's just like, what does it look like?
I didn't want... It was like a dream.
Would you believe it? There's a cop in the very next room as well.
Quick. I've got to get out of here, but before somebody comes in here.
So, this is the, you can't see the icons behind me, it's a little recording symbol. So, this is the principal idea behind the game, is it's one of those choices matters type game. Which one am I doing for this? What's this one? Okay. Oh no. This is gonna be a really bad one for my controller. You've caught me, I don't know what to do for this one. What do you want? What do you want from... Oh god, no, don't do that. It's also, like, the way you rebind the keys is, like, weird. Well, for a controller, anyway, it was weird. No, 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 this is gonna... Controller doesn't work properly, it's gonna be a bad one. So it's one of those, choices matters types games, and you know how it is, like, the scene will play out a little bit differently, but it all converges back on the same point. And... there's like one or two choices at the end that affects the outcome of the game. You know, it's the typical choices matters business, because you can just sprint right out the door and like bump into the lady and just get blood everywhere. It's terrible, you know. Or you can cover it up, you know, make yourself look even more suspicious by attempting to cover up what happened. To quite an impressive degree, honestly.
I'm bleeding. I must have cut my wrist with the knife. Both of my forearms are cut, too.
Yeah, we were piecing it together now. Yeah, we haven't done a very good job of mopping the blood up, but that's fine. Couldn't you... Isn't there, like, the knife somewhere around here to hide as well? Perhaps? No? No, no, no. There's the knife. There's the knife. We will,
I've got to get rid of it.
We will switch back and forth between a few characters occasionally. And that's why it doesn't show us where he's hiding the knife, because later we're playing the police investigating the scene, and you have to find the knife. That's your health bar down there. If it hits 0, your character kills themselves, basically, is the gist of it. So now that we've made ourselves look nice and suspicious, covered up the murder, we're gonna come outside. Nothing happened. Cool as a cucumber. We're even gonna sit down and resume eating our meal. Like nothing ever happened. Psychopath that he is, Lucas ordered a coffee and a Coke at the same time, so, you know, that's how you know he's, like, actually a murderer. Yep, gonna pay for it. Nothing suspicious about us, no sir. And now we're gonna leave. Before the police officer goes in there and finds the body. There's like a timer, like if you take too long, he just goes in there and finds him anyway. Hey, you want to chat?
Can I help you with something, sir?
It's horrible. In the toilets, It wasn't me. I'm innocent.
You better go and splash a little water on your face, sir. I think that would do you some real good.
Now when he goes in the toilets, he's gonna be like, hold on a moment. We outski. Look just like that.
Out of this neighborhood before the police get here.
Now, what's the sprint? That's the sprint. Conveniently, there's a taxi right over here. You notice this? Might notice the snow's a bit heavy. You know, the weather plays a point, and we're out. Nobody suspects a thing. It likes to do this split screen thing as well to emphasize the growing tension. Wait, hold on, there's a lot of blood on the ground. We didn't do a good job of cleaning up the blood, it's true. We also left our fingerprints on fucking everything. The hobo knows what we did, though.
Nobody goes anywhere. A crime has just been committed. I'm going to have to ask you to stay calm and wait here for the police to arrive and check your IDs.
You know he's thinking, fuck, That weirdo I brushed off. And just like that, we come back round again.
Dog's dining, that's it. Why do they always wait for me to go on duty before they start killing each other in the middle of the night?
Tyler, somebody gets murdered every day in New York.
But especially when I'm on night duty. It's as if every psycho in the city has it in for me.
If you want a bitch, do it inside. That way I don't have to freeze to death listening to it.
He's got a sick JPEG of a car
You're
going
the
on.
boss, Carla.
And these are the other two characters we're
In
playing.
5 years on the force, I've seen some murders. But you never really get used to death. You just learn to live with it, that's all. I still don't know if it was fatigue, or cold, or something
Tyler's
else.
like, oh god, she's
I clearly
monologuing
remember
again.
the bad feeling I got when I walked into that restaurant. As if some part of me already knew that this time, something was different.
We can switch between these two as well. I'm gonna have to determine what the button for that one is. Might not be able to do it yet.
How's it going,
You okay,
McCarthy?
Tyler? You want to talk
Evening,
about it?
Inspector.
It's a little
I've been waiting for
zombified.
you. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Martin.
So, what happened?
Homicide. I found the body in the toilets. I had to go before I went home.
Do we have a
Suspect.
A client left just before I found the body. The guy came to talk to me. He was incoherent, was babbling about how he didn't do it or something like that.
Then he covered it up in the bathrooms, you
Who
know.
was the victim?
His name was, John Winston, a regular here at the restaurant. Kate knew him. She could tell you more.
Which table was the suspect sitting at?
Oh, he was sitting at that table over there.
Were there other
Customers.
customers in the restaurant at the time?
Yeah, 2 other guys. I let them go home. I wrote down their names and numbers in case you wanted to question them.
Maybe should have
Was the body
waited,
still
but
there?
The boys from the morgue were waiting for you to get here before moving it. Nobody's been in the toilet since we found the body.
Is that the waitress over there?
Yeah, Kate Morrison. I think that you should interrogate her. If you don't mind me saying, go easy on her, Inspector. She's still in a state of shock.
Thanks for your help, Martin. It's late. I think you can go home and get some sleep.
I'm gonna wait until you're finished with Kate, if you don't mind. I want to make sure she gets home okay.
when this symbol appears, you can switch, but you can't see it. But it's got an icon up there, and we can be Tyler now.
Back then, we didn't know anything yet. We just thought it was cold, you know? If I had known, I probably would have stayed in bed that night, not gotten out till it was all over. That's the problem. If we knew ahead of time what was going to happen, we'd never leave the house.
Tyler kind of strikes me as being a waste of a time. As a character, he's kind of just there to be the wacky sidekick, really. You know. But he's here. He definitely exists. The game will remind us every now and then.
Kate? I'm Inspector Carla Valenti. I'm in charge of the investigation here. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Go ahead.
She's got no chin.
Did you know the victim well?
John was a regular. He came every Monday. He
It's just
always ordered
mouth
the same
straight into
thing
neck.
And left a nice tip.
It's an old
Can you
game,
tell
but
me anything
like...
about the customer who left just before they discovered the body?
He was just a normal guy. I didn't really pay any attention to it.
Could anyone else have come in?
No, I don't think so. You can only get in the front door. If somebody else had come in, I would have seen them.
What was the man doing before the murder happened?
He was there for a while. He was reading, I think.
Was John here alone? Did he speak with anyone?
John always came along.
Kind of all over the place on the
Shared
questions,
bit,
I know.
the weather, his job, the usual stuff. He never talked to anybody else.
Do you know whether the victim had any enemies? Anybody that might want to kill him?
John was just a nice, normal guy. I can't see why anybody would want to kill him.
Did you hear anything while John was in the toilets? Sound of a struggle or yelling?
No, I didn't notice anything.
What happened before the murder? Did you notice anything unusual?
No. It was just a night like any other.
As you can see, this is very
Tell me what you saw.
productive.
There weren't that many people tonight. It's usually pretty calm during the week. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. I didn't even see John get up. Oh my God.
You have to try to be strong, Kate. I know that this has been a shock for you, but you're the only one who can help us find the suspect.
And you're really not giving us anything right now,
My
Kate.
shift was almost over. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. John got up and went to the restroom. The man must have followed him, and then he must have snuck out afterwards because I didn't even see him leave.
I don't believe that.
What happened next?
Martin went to the restroom, and that's when he found John.
Did you happen to notice anything strange about John tonight? Did he seem worried or stressed out?
No, he was just like he always is. He even made a joke when he came in.
Do you think that you would recognize the suspect?
I'll never forget that face.
Perfect. Do you think that you could come down to the station tomorrow and help us construct a likeness of the killer?
Yeah, I'll do whatever you think I can to help catch him.
Thank you very much for your help, Kate.
You were like, no help, but...
I hope you find the bastard who did it. People like that just don't deserve to live.
Slow down,
I
Kay.
promise you, we'll do everything in our power to find him. Go home now and try to get some sleep. Martin will make sure you get home okay.
Martin can just sense it ending. I see you're being productive over there, Tyler. You want to maybe go check out the scene of the crime while we're doing this, maybe? No?
Good night.
Alright, let's chat to these boys.
Hey, Garrett. Hey, Frank. How's it going?
Hey, Carla. Hey, Carla.
So, you guys find anything?
We took some samples here and there. We're almost finished.
What's
We were just
wrong with
waiting
your
for you Before we
face?
took the body away.
Okay, let's take a look.
Let's have Tyler take a look, seeing as he's being such a productive member of society over there. Alright, Tyler, let's have a gander at the bathrooms. So. Nope, now's the perfect... Oh, yeah. Oh, I look so good. Oh. Nothing weird going on in here, no, sir. Alright, let's have a gander in the trash. Carla won't put her hand in the trash.
What exactly are you doing, Tyler?
I'm checking for clues. What do you think?
Maybe, like, look in first. You want to maybe put some gloves on before you just go fingering the crime scene a bit, you know? Maybe, no. It's probably not important.
Bizarre.
What?
Well, he still has his credit card and $100 in cash on him. I guess the killer wasn't.
He can
after
just
his money.
sense. He doesn't need to actually search him to know that. He can just sort of sense it on him. Nope, can't look at the map. Tyler!
Tyler?
What? This is a restroom, isn't it?
No, this is a crime scene.
It's cool. I'm done. Must be all that coffee I've been drinking to try and stay awake.
You know. Carla's stressed now. Fair enough.
Do you know if anyone has contacted the family?
Not as far as I know. Oh, right. I get it. I'll take care of it.
Mm-hmm. I know where the knife is, which is why I'm doing this. It's this one. No, it's not that one. I was mistaken. Is it... Because I remember it being hidden in the system of one of the toilets, unless Carla has to be the one that finds it. We investigate the, you know, the knife and the blood in here. Nope. Alright, good talk, team. Alright, Carla, it's your turn. Yep, just fix your hair, you know, no problem. Again, don't feel pressured to put any gloves on or anything, boys.
No trace of a struggle. Looks like the guy was taken totally by surprise.
Several wounds on the left side of the chest and the area of the heart. They appear to be knife wounds.
Good input.
Why is there blood here?
Did you find anything?
Possibly. I I don't understand why there would be blood here.
Maybe it belongs to the victim.
Not likely. Get Garrett to analyze it, then we'll know for sure.
Mm-hmm. It would be a weird place for it to end up.
Blood on the mop. The killer must have used it to clean up the mess. Why would he risk getting caught to do that?
Yeah, you'd think he would have at least tried a little bit harder to do so, at the very least, wouldn't you? But no. No. I could have sworn it was in one of the toilets, but I guess not.
Stab some dude in the toilets? You gotta be crazy. This guy took a big
Dude,
risk.
oh my god.
Anybody could have walked in here and surprised him.
Now just give him a once over. Nope. Oh god, it's tank control. It's not exactly the smoothest game to control. There are action sequences in the game, and much like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, they're QuickTime events, you know. This was the point where people started to really be like, I think I hate QuickTime events.
Tyler's been my partner for almost a year. He grew up with the gangs in the Bronx before he decided to join the force. Sometimes he's unpredictable, but he's a good guy.
Why are you two just standing here staring at each other, you know?
Did you find anything, Tyler?
For that, I'd have to be able to keep my eyes open.
Keep up the good work, Tyler.
Alright, you boys can take the body away now. You know, we've given the crime scene a thorough once-over, you know, only contaminated it just a little bit. We've apparently missed something, though, you know how it is. I could have sworn it was in one of the toilets. I remember it so vividly. Tyler flushes one of the toilets, it doesn't flush properly, and he's like, oh, something's up here. Alright, fine. Up. Yep. Didn't wash my hands, but you know, I just like the feeling more than anything else.
Hey, I think there's some blood in the
Oh,
sink.
there we go, that's the one.
Maybe the killer washed up before he left.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, could be. He did mop up the blood, or at least, you know, make a token effort to do so anyway. Alright, boys. What else do you want? What else are you looking for us to find in here? Yeah, it's classic adventure game. We're just gonna go give the room a once-over, rub ourselves on every crack and crevice possible, call it good, switch to the other character.
Maybe it was a revenge thing. Or a psycho. This town is full of psychos.
Oh, here we go.
When I was in the Bronx, I saw guys who'd rip your guts out and hand them to you just so they could take your shoe.
A table knife covered in
Oh, it's actually in here.
Looks like the murder.
Maybe I can choose between them. I remember it so vividly being in the toilets.
Victim? That would seem to indicate that the murder wasn't premeditated.
But then he went and cleaned everything up, you know?
It might be the murder weapon.
We just gave it a good fingering.
Garrett. Make sure he checks for prints and identifies the blood on the blade.
Just tell him to, you know, if he finds mine on them, that's just because I gave it a fingering right here. Don't worry about it. Nothing, you know, it's all good. Alright, I think we've actually found everything now. You boys can take him away now. Now that we've contaminated the crime scene as much as possible.
Ready to go, Tyler? I think I've seen everything I need to see.
Are you sure? We can take another look around if you want.
Nah, fuck it.
Nope, we're good. Let's head home.
Nope, definitely no more
Okay,
definitely no
It's time
more
to get
clues
back to
here.
the car. I'm dead tired.
Contaminated a crime scene. My partner even went and pissed in there. It was a good day in New York. What are we looking at here? Oh, blood, look at that.
Blood. Killer is wounded.
Well, whatever. We out, Ski. Let's go. Getting our nice little cardboard model of a car. A thrilling start, I know. Trust me, it picks up later. There's some real Matrix-level fight scenes later. It picks up real fast suddenly. Why are there Matrix-level fight scenes? Look, don't worry about it. It, like, pretty quickly just, like, kind of starts to turn into the Matrix. Hmm. Now, Lucas has actually been bleeding all night.
A horrible nightmare.
No, you're covered in blood.
Kill anyone.
Like, not to alarm anyone, but Lucas, like, cut his wrists pretty badly, right? He's just been sleeping, bleeding. He's fine. Look at that, like, he's going to town on it.
I wasn't dreaming. It all really
And he's
happened.
not dead.
I'm gonna get ready and go to work. Oh, my head. Feels like somebody shoved a steel bar in my brain and then melted it. Gotta make it stop.
There's a novel way you can kill yourself
That should
here.
help my migraine. Notice reads, don't take with alcohol.
There's alcohol in the apartment. If you drink the alcohol, you die right there. It's not, you just literally just collapse immediately after drinking the alcohol. It's like you took fucking cyanide. It's quite impressive, honestly. Just how quickly it happens. So, how is Lucas not dead after bleeding all night? He's fucking... It's a whole thing, you know, don't worry about it. He's like the chosen one or some shit. You remember the opening.